This time we have students from two programs. The procession is now entering the hall. All please rise.
Okay. ये ना
I declare the 28th Convocation of Xime open.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I now request Mr. Anil J. Philip, President, Xime Society, to give the welcome address and introduce the chief guest.
Good morning, everyone. Principal founder of Xime and chairman of Xime Bangalore. Our forever guiding light. Chairman of Xime Kochi, Ambassador Ravindranathan, Xime's conscience. Members of the board, welcome to each one of us. Parents, family and friends of the graduating batch, and I see that in large numbers, including I think some downstairs in our smaller auditorium, or people virtually present. A very special welcome to you on what is a very treasured day for parents and family, of course. Welcome to our director, Father Roy Abraham. Whenever he's there, meaning there is always a peace, a sense of peace anywhere around him. So welcome to you, Father. The Dean Academics, Dr. Roshni James, other deans, faculty members and staff. This is a very special day for each one of you all because you have journeyed with the graduating batch for 2 years. First years in the room, particularly the volunteers, welcome to you and thank you for your efforts today. And hopefully 1 year from now, we'll see most if not all of you in the same room. A hearty welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Vijay Krishnan. He is the managing director of Kennametal India Limited. The company is an Indian subsidiary of Kennametal Incorporated, a US-based $2 billion corporation. Now this part I'll need to read because I pulled it out of the website. And sorry, I need my clicker. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's a 2 billion company, but let me just read about what they write about themselves. And I liked one part of it. It brings together material, science, technical expertise, and innovation and superior customer service to help the world fly, drive, power, and build. So I think they play a role in putting together things. And their motto, our customers can dream it and we can help build it. So that's a lovely motto. He assumed this role in September 2020. Now I think we've almost forgotten it. September 2020 is like a, something that we'll never forget. It was the peak of the first wave of the COVID, and that's when he took over. So that's almost like baptism by fire. So not only do you have to run the business as an MD, you also need to take the family and extended family and take care of it. MDs did a lot of different things at that time, which they were not trained to do. He spearheads the infrastructure business of Kennametal for the APAC region, in addition to his role as MD India. Like most good leaders, he enjoys networking and is part of multiple forums, including being the immediate past president of CII, Karnataka State Council. Prior to joining Kennametal, he had over 25 years with leading organizations including Saint-Gobain and 3M. Besides ensuring that Kennametal helps dreams of their customers a reality in India and the APAC region, he is focused on ESG, I think something that we all have learned, and which is such a big play today, gender diversity, and is invested in developing future leaders. Our chief guest will be happy to know that Xime Bangalore boasts a gender diversity in excess of 50%. So if you are ever looking for great talent, look no further. Okay, some placement effort there. So thank you for joining us, and I'm sure you will inspire our students as they start on their careers today. Now, let me turn my attention to the graduating batch. Class of 2024, Xime Bangalore, both PGDM and PGDM BA. Let me try to go through your 2 years with you with the help of some TV series which was actually suggested by you, ones that you watch and some by your juniors. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you know who to blame, your juniors and yourselves. Okay? Rewind. 2 years back, the parents are in the room, same room, this time also they're in the same room, and I'm sure there was a lot of anxiousness, there was a lot of anxiety. What's going to happen? Will I find good friends? Will I find, will I get a good job at the end of it? Will this make sense? Have I made the right choice? Parents, you'll be worried, you're leaving home for the first time, how will you manage? Maybe another worry, I hope they don't find that better or bitter half while they're there, right? So many worries and apprehensions while they were there. Then you land up at Xime, and you were not told that the room will be allocated and you have no choice in the roommate. And what if you got a Sheldon? And there is a Sheldon in each one of us, remember? But I think the part about getting a Sheldon or somebody like a Sheldon in your room is it teaches you inclusivity, patience, managing diversity, everything possible. And I think our alumni have always said that this was one thing that was unique about Xime, that it teaches us inclusivity because it threw us into a new situation. Then you slowly start to meet your teachers. Now they look different, but they seem the same, because at that time they also have the mask of the professor on, right? They all seem the same, because they don't know how you are going to take to them and how they will take to you. But slowly as time goes by, the mask comes off and you start seeing the right. And you'll find that they're all different, but they have only one thing that is of importance: your good will, making you better, helping you through these 2 years. So I take this opportunity to give a special salute to the director, the deans and the faculty members as I play this slide. I think you've done an amazing job through these 2 years, and I think Henry Brooks' quote, "A teacher affects eternity, they can never tell where their influence stops." So your influence on what you've done for these youngsters is going to stay with them for life. And students, I also have taught some of you, or most of you. We all look forward to seeing you in the immediate future and in the future. So never be a stranger. Remember, your alma mater will always need you and will always be looking out for you. And don't worry, we won't ask you to do what Henry Gerard asked Harvey Specter to do for him in Suits. What about this scene? Right? Class presentation starts. You are in your group and you look at each other. That's not what we planned to say. Look at the face on Sheldon. That's not what we agreed you will say. You're going to get us lower marks. Or going back to your room and studying that extra bit. This became a way of life for you. Then, 2 kinds of friends or 2 kinds of networks. One, your close group you like to hang out with. Back market, front market, whichever one. Right? Even Lodi Gardens. And then your group that you work with, your class groups. So in the top you have Monica, Chandler, etc. And in the lower one you have Rio, Tokyo, etc. Each one brings their strength to the table. And each group brings it. As you go in your future life, this same thing is going to stay. You'll have your work friends who you like to work with and hang out at a work environment, and you'll have your real close buddies. This very often has happened, right? You have an outside interference or from the original friend group, and inside interference which drops the signal in the main friend group, right? I'm not going to ask for a show of hands because too many hands may go up, right? But this does happen. So, well, then your parents who are here, you start telling them, it's so busy, it's so hectic. Now, I can tell you it's not that hectic. It is hectic, but it's not that hectic. So their reasons for not coming home could be very different to what they made you believe, right? And so the only way we can talk to you is VC and phone, right? As you can see in the image there. So you prepared yourself well, and we helped you do that. Lectures, some good ones, some boring ones, case studies, simulations, and what have you. And we believe you are prepared to enter that new world. And here we are on your big day. Like young Sheldon, very ready, all dressed up and proper. Or for, for certification reasons, I've only cut off the top image. If everyone remembers that image, I hope you're dressed fully and ready for this big day. Or can you really be ready? Can you ever be ready for that office? If you've got a crazy colleague like Dwight and his eccentricity, or a manager like Michael Scott, or Jim, who's going to be that very competitive peer. We tried hard, but nobody can prepare you for colleagues like that. But what we are sure is, you have transformed. Your journey of transformation from overall confidence, knowledge base, communication skills, getting rid of that stage fright, leadership and entrepreneurial mindset, more adaptable to people and situations, ability to problem solve, and thinking out of the box. You know, it's almost like, not that kind of Thomas Shelby, but a Thomas Shelby. Look back at your time at Xime and seize opportunity, and accept the challenges, and look to the future with optimism. Look to the future with optimism, and because of you, the world will look with optimism. Remember, you have found a better, stronger, and more confident version of yourself. Let me end with one of my favorite quotes, and I use it every year, of Walt Disney. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. We will miss you a lot, and we hope you will always remember us and everything that we together achieved for Xime and for yourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request Chairman Xime Bangalore to present a bouquet to the chief guest. Thank you, sir. Now I request Reverend Father Dr. Roy Abraham, Director Xime Bangalore, to present the annual report.
Chairman Professor J. Philip, Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. Vijay Krishnan, other dignitaries on the dais, deans, other faculty colleagues, staff, my dear students, parents, and family members. I'm indeed so happy to present the 28th Convocation report, the annual report for the year 2023-24. Let me take you to the history of Xime, which is probably known to most of our students, however, maybe not much for the family. Xime had started its birth from the inspiration Professor J. Philip had from his late daughter, Miss Maria Philip. On 9th April 2024, we meaningfully celebrated her 60th birthday with the inauguration of a new institution in Kerala, Xime International School. Also by releasing a quite captivating book with the stories of 20 of our alumni entrepreneurs. Also by adding the regular Maria Philip Future Leaders Debate Competition Finals in Kochi. In 1991, Professor J. Philip, together with 7 others, started this business school in a rented building at St. Martha's Hospital premises. And on 1st January 2002, we moved our campus to this premises. And then we added 2 more campuses, one in Kochi and also in Chennai. And this year, we added a new institution, Xime International School. So we are a growing institution. With that brief introduction, let me come to the highlights of the year. This year, it was quite momentous. We have large number of programs happening on campus. 2 international conferences, 1 national conference. The first one, international conference, was on growth strategies for startups and small business. Second international conference was on emerging trends in AI for industry and education opportunities and challenges. The national seminar was on evolving HR, promises and challenges. When we look at the students' performance of the year, we are very proud to say that in many national competitions, our students won prizes. And we have 20 different winnings, including the 10 lakhs award by SBI Life, which was awarded by the SBI Life Insurance in Mumbai. And students, especially batch 28, would be very happy that they were successfully, they have coordinated Ximera with more than 600 students participating from different colleges in India. And when we look at the campus activities, one of the prominent things is that in addition to the faculty classroom training, people from industry come and address our students. This year we had more than 110 different professionals coming and addressing our students. And they hail from designations like vice presidents, CEOs, CFOs, CHROs and all that. And we also have an executive education program happening in the campus. We do not only train our students, we also train those who are already in the industry. And we had such 14 different programs happening this year, generating a revenue of more than 65 lakhs. coming to the details. The admissions. Getting admission in Xime is not that easy. If you look at selection of 300 students was from around 5,000 applications. So almost more than 15 times. And this year this mark has already crossed. We are expecting another 20-25% increase in the applications. And student diversity is great in terms of male-female ratio, in terms of students from India, all over India. We are represented by 24 states in India. In terms of academic background, the lists are already given. In terms of work experience, this year batch had 87 of them with work experience. When it comes to academics, we started this academic year on 10th July 2023. And we had a one-week orientation program. We had the revised curriculum for your juniors, the first years who joined, making our curriculum quite industry-driven. We publish every year the calendar of the academic year and very strictly follow. Due to elections this academic year, we have not postponed the exam, but we preponed the exam by 1 day. So that is a kind of meticulous follow-up of the academic calendar. When it comes to training, Xime invests a lot in technology-assisted teaching and learning. We have a finance lab in the library. We have the design thinking lab. We have the IoT lab. And we also have the computer lab. We use ICT in the classroom a lot. Problem-solved based learning. So the teaching learning process is not just lecture method. We have invested this year especially Harvard Business simulations. So those are played by the students, giving them a real feel of what is happening in the business. Gamification, role plays, field projects are there for many courses. We have also invested in SBR, Harvard Business Case Studies. And our investment every year for teaching learning resources is very high. Every year we used to invest more than 60 lakhs for different teaching learning materials in association with the library. We also give students the opportunity to know what is happening globally. More than 30 students from our campus have visited Odensia University as a part of the immersion program in January 2024. We have also done international collaboration and cooperation with Adelaide University, Australia. And 3 of their faculty members were here to address our students when we were having the international conferences. We also support the students with scholarships, and different scholarships we have. Merit scholarships, merit cum means scholarships, tuition fee waiver scholarship, special awards, and C20 awards. And this year, we have spent in different occasions, the scholarships were given, which is already posted there. We have spent more than 33 lakhs as scholarships. Any training be effective only if the faculty members are competent. Therefore, we invest a lot in faculty training. We organize several internal faculty training programs, and our faculty members have also attended more than 45 different programs conducted outside the campus. And the institute sponsors financially for participating in all those programs. Our faculty members also contribute in a significant way in research. In total research publication, we have 17 publications this year, and majority of them are in Scopus or Web of Science Index journals. I'm also very happy to say that some of our students, you students, have also published 6 Scopus industry journals, which is quite commendable. Last year, we were given the national award by the former president for encouraging students' research on campus. And when it comes to executive education, which I have already said, we have trained more than 200 people from industry through 14 different programs. And the life in Xime is quite eventful. We have large number of celebrations on campus. It's not just about academics. The president was mentioning, it's not too busy, as they often say. We had Independence Day celebrations, Republic Day celebrations, then Anshul Chowdhury Memorial, Intra-Collegiate, music competitions, debate competitions, Children's Day celebrations, sports events, St. Xavier's Day celebrations, and a lot. And in addition to all that, we also had the different students club organizing 102 different events this year. So this is remarkable. So 110 speakers, 102 events by students, and all that makes you, of course, quite busy. Now, let me come to the placements. Placements this year, as we know, the placement market was not that rosy. However, our efforts had its own very good fruits. Total eligible students were 226, out of which 79% are already placed. And new companies in the pipeline are 21. And we are expecting more than 90% of placement by end of May. Specialization-wise, the average CTC is given. This year, the average CTC for Bangalore campus has slightly come down to 10.4 lakhs. However, when you look at the medium salary, which is perhaps a more indicative figure, even in this troublesome time, we were able to maintain 10 lakhs this year also. And this year, because of the hard work of the placement committee under the able leadership of the president, we were able to bring in 51 new companies, which is quite commendable. And if you look at some of the companies, names are there. And program-wise, PGDM had 80% of placements, and PGDM Business Analytics had 76% of placements. This year, understanding the challenge of placement, we had a very special training for placements by our in-house faculty, including our president, and also by external experts on resume building, group discussion and interview, verbal communication aptitude, guesstimate, etc. The top leaders of the placement are the president, Mr. Bijo Kurian, and the dean, Professor Prashant Sabinis. When it comes to alumni support us in lot many ways. We have a very close connect with the alumni, And last year, 2023 December, we had the alumni meet, which was attended by more than 150 alumni across globe. And we connect them with them strongly. They help us in mentoring the students, in helping them getting placed. Alumni visit our campus for extension lectures. They are part of the selection boards, student selection boards. They are also members of the governing board, 2 of them, and 4 in academic councils. So we keep a very warm relationship, and we have an organization which is known as Saver Alumni Association Bangalore. This year also we have seen augmentation of our infrastructure. A well-furnished conference room and training facility was created in the name of Sri Sarosh J. Gandhi, the conference room. And we have also extended the library, creating a better reading space and also group discussion space and digital library. We have also created new spaces for the increasing number of faculty for them to sit and work. The existing ladies' canteen also is extended to accommodate additional 50 students. Before I end, I would also like to thank everyone. Let me thank God Almighty for giving me the life and strength to serve Xime during the year. Let me wholeheartedly salute and thank our Honorable Chairman, Professor J. Philip, for his able guidance, seamless encouragement, and strong commitment to quality and innovation. I take this opportunity to thank Professor C.P. Ravindranathan for his reflective suggestions and constant encouragement. Also, let me thank President Mr. Anil Philip for his able leadership and involved support in the toughest responsibilities for Xime. I also take this opportunity to thank the Secretary, Mr. Harish F. Matthew, and other members of the Board of Directors and Board of Governance for their contributions. I take this opportunity to thank all the deans of the Institute, Dr. Roshni James, Dean Academics, Professor Madhu Kumar, Professor N.M.K. Phatta, Professor Mahesh M.V., Professor Prashant Sabinis, and Professor Sam Tyagaraj for their invaluable service to Xime and personally helping me doing my duties. I also thank all my faculty and non-teaching colleagues. I also especially thank the batch coordinators who were doing a wonderful job in managing the students' affairs. And my dear students, we are very proud of you. As you graduate today, remember that this is not a goodbye, which already President has mentioned. You will always be part of the family, and we look forward to hearing about your triumphs in future. May your future be bright, your ethics strong, and innovations groundbreaking. Go forth and make your mark on the world. We believe in you. Thanking everyone, I remain.
Thank you, sir. Now I will call upon Dr. Roshni James, our Dean Academics, to take forward the convocation proceedings.
We have now come to the key event of the 28th convocation. Candidates for the 2-year full-time postgraduate diploma in management and business analytics, please rise. The candidates will individually receive their postgraduate diploma certificates and then return to their places and remain standing. I now request the chairman to present the diploma certificates to the graduating students. I request all those present here to reserve their applause till all the diplomas have been presented and avoid clapping in between. Aarti R. Asta Karan. Asta Karan. Abhinav Rana. Abigail Rodriguez. Adarsh Kumar. Advait P. Advait P. Aishwarya Ramesh. Ajinkya. Akshay. Akshita Soni. Akshita Tumula. Akshiti Singh. Alan George. Aman Agarwal. Aman Agarwal. Ammu Ghosh. Amrut Kaur, Aniket Roy, Sharish Khan, Anitrika Bhattacharya, Anjali Sharma, Ankita Basu, Ankita Das, Ankita Saha, Ankita Saha, Anna Shaju, Anushka Chakrabarti, Arvind Surya, Arya Ranjan, Aryan, Ashwati Nambiar, Belagel Farzana, Bernard Rodriguez, Betsy Dinagar, Bharat Kumar, Bhavna Acharya, Chanchal Mahecha, Charul Saini, Cyril T. George, Deepak Singh, Deepika R, Deepika R, Devesh Lahoti, Dhruti Parikh, Dinesh Kumar P, Divya Prakash, Gaurav Ghosh, Gokul, Gautam M, Nilina James, Hariharan, Harini R,
You can tell them to sit. Some have already sat, so may I well tell people to sit without the long queue of students.
Harshita JK, Indranil Mukherjee, Ishwari, Hina Kandelwal, Sakshi Satish, I would request all the students to sit down because the number is quite large. Maybe you can be seated. I'll ask you to stand towards the end of it. Only those who received. I meant the ones who received, not the others. Okay. Jibran Ahmed. Jissa James. Jordan Arcadius. Jordan. Joseph. Jyotsna. Kanish Singh. Karthik. Kartika. Kavita. Kimberly. Kirti Singh, Kushal, Varshini, Leela Raj, Monish Kumar, Manan Jayesh, Monadeep Singh, Nandu Vijay, Nellai, Palak Kaushik, Niriksha Nair, Nisha Kumari, Nivedita Prasad, Nisha Kumari, Nivedita Prasad, Guru Raj, Paras Jha, Parvati Ajain, Payal Dhal, Piyush Raj, Pooja Upasana, Purva Shukla, Pragya, Pratyush, Preeta, Priyam Banerjee, Priyanka Kumari, Priyanshi, Radhika, Ramdas, Ramsha, Reddy Prasad, Ritika, Riya Singh, Rohit, Rosmol, Roshan Shaji, Satvika S, Vruddhi Saraf, Bhumika Motwani, Sahara Divyadarshini, Shailaja Shankar, Saket Suman, Saloni Jain, Samaira Kampani, Samarth Kulkarni, Sangeeta Mohanty, Sanjana Venkateshwaran, Sanjit Panigrahi, Sarika Baishya, Sharmila Upadhyay, Shashwat Kumar, Satyabrat Das, Shalini Pandey, Shaurya Saini, Anjali Kumari, Shivam, Shivram R, Shreya S, Shruti Sharma, Shruti Shreya, Siddhi Singh, Simon Swagat, Simran Paryani, Simran Srivastav, Shivram Krishna, Sneha Adhikari, Sneha Lata, Soham Guha, Saumabadas, Shri HS, Shripati Ishwar, Stuti Rastogi, Sukanya Guha, Shweta Kumari, Shweta Shri, Tanisha Mukhopadhyay, Tanuj Paulos, Tanya Thomas, Tirtha Shashidharan, Tia Jose, Tita Sengupta, Tom Patara, Tripti Saxena, Twinkle Grover, Shravan Kumar, Vaijayanti R, Vaishnavi KL, Vishal Chaudhary, Vishnu EV, Yash Shah, Gaurav Biswas, Kaustubh Hemant, Ashwin Surya, Shrinjan Basu, Ajay Matthew, Amog, Amulya, Ashwateshwar, Ramlingeshwar Nath, Davala Akshita, Devjit S, Garima, Gokula Krishnan, Gopika Nandu, Iona Cheryl, Janak Patel, Karan S, Kesia Soni, Irene Jacob, Kushali KP, Lalit Krishnan, Madhurim Vardhan, Munipali Sindhuja, Nancy Singh, Nandakumar V, Nimmi Anil, Shaurya Sharma, Pallavi Mishra, Prahlad VR, Pranav Badade, Priyamsha, Rachit Makija, Radhika Kavimandan, Ronak Wilfred, Ranjit Matthews, Rishabh Pant, Ritija Halder, Rohit Raj, Ruhiya Wajid, Saket Srivastav, Sanika Mahajan, Shachi Singh, Cheryl Joju, Shivani Singh, Shivan Srivastav, Siddharth Vyas, Shiva Reddy, Smarth Soni, Srijan Roy, Srinidhi, Sumit Payne, Swasti Krishna, Tabitha Mary, Vaishnavi R, Vignesh V, Vinal Kumar Singh, Vineet Raj, Yalala Lekhita, Yashwini Singh, Pratibha Varshini, Catherine Hanna, and Harish D. That was the last student to receive the diploma. Now the audience may applaud. Okay, may I request all of you to stand up? Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present Ms. Aarti and other 159 students in person and 14 in absentia from PGDM batch 28, Mr. Ajay P. Matthew and other 56 students in person from PGDM BA batch 02, and one candidate from batch 27 in person and 2 in absentia, and one candidate from PGDM BA batch 01 in person and 3 in absentia, who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies and fulfilled all other requirements of the 2-year full-time program. I request the chairman to confer on behalf of the Board of Governors of Xime, Bangalore, the postgraduate diploma in management on these candidates.
By the authority vested in me as the chairman of the Board of Governors of Xime, I award you the postgraduate diploma in management, and I charge that by thought, word and deed, you prove to be worthy of this award. So help you God.
Thank you, sir. The new graduates may resume their seats. Now I request the chief guest, Mr. Vijay Krishnan Venkateshan, Managing Director, Kenna Metal India Limited, to kindly present the awards of excellence to the winners. The following students of the PGDM program may please come forward one at a time and receive the award of excellence from the chief guest. The recipients are requested to remain on the dais to facilitate taking a photograph after the presentation. Chairman's roll of honor for the highest CGPA in PGDM program of rupees 25,000 goes to Jissa James. Xime President's Roll of Honor for the second highest CGPA in PGDM program of rupees 20,000 goes to Saloni Jain. Director's Roll of Honor for the third highest CGPA in PGDM program of rupees 15,000 goes to Vaishnavi KL. Triune Roll of Honor for the first highest CGPA in PGDM BA program of rupees 20,000 goes to Nanda Kumar V. The Best Outgoing Marketing Student Award of rupees 25,000 sponsored by Dell goes to Karthik Krishnan. The Best Outgoing Finance Student Award of rupees 25,000 sponsored by Muthoot goes to Saloni Jain. The Best Outgoing HR Student, sponsored by Emphasis, of rupees 25,000 goes to Sarika Baishya. The Best Outgoing Operations Student of rupees 25,000, sponsored by the Alumni Batch 2, goes to Jissa James. Professor Sharu Rangnekar Award of rupees 25,000 for the Best Outgoing Student of Business Analytics goes to Shaurya Sharma. Professor G.R. Kulkarni Award of rupees 25,000 for the Best Outgoing Student in General Management goes to Vaijayanti R. The Innovation Award for Best Summer Internship Project, sponsored by Tata Elxsi for rupees 20,000, goes to Aarti R. Archbishop Alphonsus Matthias Award of rupees 20,000 for the humanitarian spirit and service goes to Vishnu E.V. And now to the most awaited award. The criteria for the selection of this award included a CGPA of 6.5 and above, along with other parameters like participation and achievements in both internal and external events, contribution in areas like placements, SIP, SUPA, etc., and other contributions towards institution building. So the J. Philip Founder Award of Rs 40,000 for the best outgoing student in PGDM and Business Analytics batch goes to... Any guesses? It is Aishwarya R. Thank you, sir. Now we will have a group photograph of the award winners.
Thanks, Dr. Roshni. May I request Professor Bhatta, Dean of Research, to come to the stage.
Good morning, all the dignitaries. This is my proud privilege to announce the PhD awards. This year we have 3 scholars who have been awarded PhD degree by University of Mysore. May I request Chairman Professor Philip to please come forward to hand over the university notifications to these doctorates, new doctorates. First, Mr. Seklesh Nagoda, and the guide is Dr. Mircia Selvamalar. All the awardees, after taking your notification, please get behind the dignitaries for a group photograph. Dr. Mircia. The second doctorate notification for Mr. Srivas VTK. He is unfortunately in a wheelchair. The third doctorate award goes to Mr. Dr. Gurudat and Dr. Meena Rani, please may come forward. She's Gurudat's guide. All the newly awarded doctorates and guides, may I request you to get behind the dignitaries for a group photograph. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Bhatta. May I now request the chief guest, Mr. Vijay Krishnan Venkatesan, Managing Director, Kennametal India Limited, to deliver the convocation address.
Good afternoon. I know the main event is over. You have come, you have received the certificates, and it's all done. Now you're looking for lunch and celebrations, isn't it? So you have a boring, I'm supposed to speak for 20 minutes, so I'm going to bore the hell out of all of you now. Right? You give a mic, you have to speak, right? So firstly, I want to thank the management of Xime for inviting me here. This is my second time here, but not for the convocation. I was here for a different occasion a couple of years back and did get an opportunity to interact with some of the students. Firstly, I've always been impressed with the quality of the students out here. While it has been very brief, all of you are very, very smart, very sharp. So I'm sure that the selection process is very stringent to get you into this university. So firstly, I want to congratulate each one of you, because getting a degree, I know it's called PGDM, but getting a degree is always a milestone in everyone's career, especially when you're in the robe, and nice to get photographs. And to receive the certificate, I know some of the families are out here. They are proud parents or siblings or friends who are out there, and when each of you are coming, they were so happy to come in the front and take videos and photographs. I'm sure most of it has been already posted, right? Quick WhatsApp and Instagram's photos, and some of you have already posted, and many likes would have already come. So it's the age of digital lightning speed information which is going. So anyway, congratulations. I think all of you deserve a round of applause for attaining this of excellence. I'm sure all of you have done extremely well, but only a few can get the awards. Again, big congratulations to the people who have won the awards for excellence. Great show by all of you. I heard, before I get into the speech, I think it's not been an easy year for the placements, because we are in the corporate world. We understand the environment, what this year has been, and 80% is very, very impressive. It also shows the standing of the institute, not only in Bangalore, but in the country as well as in the eyes of the corporate world. So 80%, because a lot of very large institutions have still not reached 80%. So thanks to, I think, the management and the placement committee for doing a spectacular job. Now when I came in, I asked two people what I should speak. One to one of the professors here, and before in the morning over coffee, I asked my daughter, saying that I'm going for my a convocation. You know, the first thing she said, "Dad, please don't bore them with your story." Right, so children, right? So I'm not going to bore you with my story. So I just want to touch upon it's an interesting phase all of you are getting in, right? There are stars in your eyes. There is a lot of confidence in each one of you. I was watching all of you when you were coming up and receiving your diplomas. That confidence with what I saw in you is what I would have started probably exactly 25 years back. So I'm wearing this robe exactly after 25 years. The last time I wore is when I got my MBA degree. Now, it's a fascinating phase to be in, personally as well as, for a moment I'll remove this, it's easier for me to speak without it. It's a very, very interesting phase you're all entering. Just curious, how confident you can maybe make a shout out or something. How do you feel as you enter the corporate or the real world out of an academic career, academic phase in your life? I heard only 2 people. That means the rest is not confident. Okay, I have to get some energy going at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's not easy. When we entered, maybe rewind 25 years back, the situation is not what all of you are living in. I asked a couple of your juniors who met me when I walked in and said, what is your plan? Both of them didn't even bat an eyelid. And they said, well, we are going to look at starting a business. And I said, 25 years back when we were in college and in the same situation like you going through placements, all we prayed is somebody gives us a placement. Right? We needed a job, we needed a salary, and the parents would have said, get a job. Today, the situation is very different because you are in a very different country. The India of today is a land of opportunities, and you can create whatever you want. You can live your dream. We did not get an opportunity at that time that you can say that, okay, I'm going to do a startup, I'm going to start a restaurant, I'm going to be in fintech, or I'm going to be in healthcare industry. It was not a choice at the time. You had very, very limited scope. In my college, you have to get into either a finance or a marketing and figure out you do an HR, there was no jobs when we passed out, right? So you end up into the IT boom, which was just starting. Today, the difference is you can script your future the way you want. And that's beautiful opportunity, right? You're in a US which is in the 1970s, you are in China in 1990s, and India is exactly going through that phase. And you would see the India move from economic size of number 5 to number 3 within the next 7 to 10 years. And that's a lot of momentum. That's going to be a significant momentum, which you don't need to do anything. You just be there. The country is going to push you very, very fast, whatever you choose. Be it, I don't know, if somebody of you are going in finance and getting into a hedge funds or a mutual funds, or some of you are in operations getting into a manufacturing line, or human resources, or I heard a lot of people from marketing. So if you are looking at brand management or something, it's the best place to be in the country because there are a lot of jobs. Everything is growing fast. You will get an opportunity to create your own space, and which is not easy. If you're in the same place and today you are in countries like Germany or France, you need to really fight it out to get an opportunity to do what you want. It's not easy. And first is be cognizant of the environment, what all of you, and it's a wonderful opportunity for all of you to do whatever you want. It can be anything. Some of you will decide to do a startup. Somebody wants to innovate on something. Somebody wants to grow up in the corporate world. Everything is possible, and it's all going to happen in a very, very rapid manner. Very rapid manner, because this speed, what you're going to see in the country, is going to be one in a century. It's not going to ever come again, ever. It's a wonderful time to be in India. And some of you, I'm sure that we're also looking at international global careers. You will start here eventually as the corporations grow, be it if you're employed in a multinational corporation or in an Indian company which is also becoming a global multinational, you will be catapulted to international careers, and that's a given, provided you want to do it. If you want to do it, there are international opportunities. You're going to travel a lot. You're going to experience cultures. You're going to make friends. And I heard when Mr. Anil Philip was talking about the slides, wonderful presentation, by the way, Anil, about how you met people, made friends. The same thing will repeat. You are going to get more friends in the corporate world. You will make friends with a lot of international audience. It's going to be interesting that he said about a project group, you're going to be in a situation where you will have a Japanese, you'll have a Chinese, you'll have a French person, you'll have a German, you'll have a Mexican in your project team. That's learning is going to continue for you because today careers are global, and especially in India and Indians today see the world as an oyster. It used to be a line which traditionally you use if a student is passing out of a US university the last 40 years. Today, we can confidently make this statement for students who are passing out of Indian universities, again, some of the better ones, because you get a career which opens out the whole world for you. It's no longer Bangalore, it's no longer India. You can confidently step outside, you can confidently move, and you confidently can deliver, right? And that's the confidence I was seeing when each of you walked to receive the diplomas, and that's why I call this New India is different. We didn't have that confidence 25 years back when we passed out. We were saying that, oh my God, I have to get into a job. What will my boss say? I need to follow the line. I have to listen. I cannot speak up. It's no longer there. You can express yourself. You can create what you want, and the environment is going to support you a lot. And you need to, the only constraint would be yourself. In today's India, the constraint is not going to be the environment. It's not going to be the economy. It's going to be yourself. So I'm going to, from there, I'm just going to get into, I've been building this whole thing to get into a little bit of what one does, because that's one of the topics they asked me to cover. As you enter some of you will be in corporate, but a little bit of ignorance builds a lot of confidence. Like, that's one of the reasons why a lot of startups have been successful. You shouldn't know everything. Have the confidence, have the fearlessness, but if you have an idea, go for it. Today, the environment will support you. Go for the idea. If you have an idea, don't be hesitant. We were hesitant 2 or 3 decades back because the environment didn't support it. You lose a job, you're on the street. Today, it's not the situation. So dream big, be fearless. Now, the next part is these two are there. Obviously, the third part is how do you build your competency. You have done your graduation, you have done your now master's. So far you have built certain amount of capabilities. Obviously all of you are high IQ people, otherwise you wouldn't be doing a PGDM program. Now the learning never stops. You need to keep building your competency for the next, don't get scared, next 30, 40, 50 years. It's required because a career is a very, very long process, and you need to keep shaping yourself over time, and you will reinvent yourself in the process, right? And you will go through that reinventing yourself, refining yourself, acquiring new skills, and at some point in time, you will realize that when you look back 30 years, 40 years, oh my God, how far I have come. Now you're at the beginning of the journey. And be curious, right? The learning agility comes from curiosity. I started with have a dream, be fearless. Now I came to learning agility, right? Learning agility, that curiosity is very important for you to succeed in the world. Now the fourth point, which is very important, is maintenance of integrity. Without integrity, it's very difficult to go the distance. So ethics and integrity becomes a hallmark of a very strong leader, whichever field you take. And that leaves a lasting impression on the people whom you are influencing, but also helps you to grow a lot. Coming to, as you grow, you will be, all of you will be extremely successful. You will earn a lot of money. You will enjoy the comforts of what is, we call it a good life. And then there will be a point when you would think about giving back, right? And that's also an important aspect. You might want to give back to the institute where you have come from. You may want to give back to the society or the place where you came from. Some of you might start NGOs, and I have seen at my age, there are a lot of my friends who are now starting to think about starting trusts, giving back. Some of them are contributing back to their institution. They are starting women welfare societies. They are starting about underprivileged. We've all reached a place where we can give back, but we could also afford it, right? You need to build that affordability. And you'll all reach there. So that's one of the last points I would say. At some point in time, you will have to give back because we are all taking in from the society which has given us, and some point in time when you have achieved, when you are leaders in your own rights, you are recognized in the world, you may want to give it back. And that's an individual thought process. It's not a mandate, but that's something which one has to think. What is your contribution to the world? That's as you finish your success and all that. So that's also a point which one has to think. Now, I went through a thing which is not uncommon. You would have heard from your lecturers, professors, some of the deans, other industrial leaders who have come and spoken to you. So the bottom line is, there is no secret recipe for success. There is no silver bullet for success. It's very, very similar. You need to have a dream. You have to have a lot of passion, be fearless, and stay at it for a long time. You have to stay at it. There is no miracles. Even Usain Bolt didn't happen because you see him just that Olympics to sub 10 seconds, but he has worked for 15 years, day and night. What you see is the tip of the iceberg, the celebrations and all that. There is a lot of sacrifice and hard work which goes behind it. In that process, the other thing which one needs to remind is, take time to smell the roses. That means make sure, I know you all have fun because you're in college, but in the corporate world or when you start a business, you are so driven and busy with your work, sometimes we forget to smell the roses. So you need to make sure that that fun element is balanced, because it's finally what happens is you will achieve, and when you reach the top, you're always alone. And the journey is more important than the destination. So make sure that you take the time during the journey, celebrate small successes, celebrate the small milestones, celebrate with friends and family. Those are extremely important because those are the good memories. As you becoming your high achievers, the good memories are the only ones which makes you strive forward and move forward, right? And there'll be also a lot of bad memories. But the good memories is what you want to, no, somebody has done from there, somebody has done in Harvard, right? That's 1% of the 1% of the 1%. But we need to sometimes be happy to strive forward. With those words, I didn't want to talk at length, but just give certain thoughts in terms of what works. I know I didn't want to speak about myself, but probably maybe I will not listen to my daughter for the next 2-3 minutes before I conclude. Some things which helped me to succeed is obviously having a dream, but also listening to mentors, right? That's the one point I didn't speak about in that 5 or 6 things I spoke about. You will find mentors. Mentors will reach out to you. It could be your bosses, it could be somebody who's very senior in the society, it could be sometimes a relative who's a high achiever. They are your guiding light, right? Because you no longer will have the professors to guide you. You will have to seek out for mentors, and trust me, that's one of the biggest, that's probably the sort of silver bullet you will get in your life. And that opportunity, don't lose. The very few people get lucky with the mentors. And when you latch onto them and make sure that they help you to succeed in whatever you want. Finally, you have to succeed in what you want, what somebody else wants. So make sure you get that opportunity. And I did get an opportunity, and it really helped me. Okay. So once again, congratulations, and wish you all the very best as you step into your next phase in life. It's just the beginning. Enjoy the ride. Be happy with your successes and celebrate successes. I am very, very confident that all of you will be the leaders which the country will look up to in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable advice. I am sure all the graduating students will try to apply these valuable advices in their professional lives.
I now request the chairman of Xime Bangalore to give his remarks.
My convocation speeches are usually quite short, so I keep it short. Let me start by recognizing a group which has not been fully recognized. That's the parents. I'm so happy to see so many of you here today. Congratulations to you, and thank you very much for coming. And thank you very much for sending your awards here. I hope you are happy now that not only graduates, but most of them placed. If somebody is not placed, he'll be placed in the next 2 months. But I would like to say, as the chairman, thank you for sending your awards here. That's the first thing. The second one, I was listening to our chief guest speech. He came to several issues on what is it that you should be concentrating on and where should you lay emphasis on, etc., etc. At that time, I was reminded of Thomas Alva Edison's famous statement, after he has invented what made our life so easy, the light bulb. You know what he said? He told his colleagues, there is no substitute for hard work. There is no substitute for hard work when you are starting a new life. And this is something which I believe. All my life I practiced. Even today I practice that. That's one sure way to success. That's hard work. I'll add to that also intelligent work or innovative work. So that's one last message I want to give. No, joining Thomas Alva Edison, there is no substitute for hard work. A second one is what distinguishes, this is from Jim Collins, who wrote very heavily on this value system, and particularly his book, Built to Last. And not cheaty ways, not smartness. And wherever I worked, whether it was XLRI, or it was SAIL, and wherever I worked, whether it was XLRI, or it was SAIL, whether it was Oberoi, or it was at IIM Bangalore. This is something which guided me. I am placed as head of this institution. I am asking my best. That is not only just value, not ethics, not integrity. That's the soul, that's the spirit. That is what should guide you. Give the best no matter where you are. A final thing I would like to share with you is this. Long-term success comes with an innovative mind. Keep looking at here and say, is something new that I did? Something new which I brought in? Something which was not there I created? Something which I contribute which others could not? Please keep that in mind. I have to be an innovator. And management's essence is innovation. It was such a pleasure to have all of you here for 2 years. We enjoyed your presence, and I hope.
I now request Ms. Ashwati Nambiar, a graduating student from the batch 28, to give her impressions and propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the graduating batch.
Where challenges become stepping stones, perseverance leads to greatness. This is what Xime has been to me. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ashwati Nambiar, standing before you with a heavy heart as I deliver this one last word of thanks. On behalf of PGDM Batch 28 and PGDM Business Analytics Batch 2. It is indeed an honor for me to stand here on this side of the stage in our second floor Audi. I remember the first time I stood here was when I had the privilege to speak about Maria Philip, daughter of our esteemed chairman, Professor J. Philip. Maria had a real passion for human resources management, and it was her dream to make a positive impact on society's development. And this college, Xavier Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship, is a testimony to her dreams and passions. Earning a post-graduation diploma in management has been a dream that is finally a reality now. Today, as I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and memories, ready to express my deepest thanks and appreciation, let us embark on this final celebration of our time at Xime. To begin with, I would first like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Krishnan Venkatesan, Managing Director of Kennametal India Limited, for gracing this occasion with his esteemed presence. I also thank all the dignitaries for their presence today. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude towards the founder and chairman of Xime Bangalore, Professor J. Philip, who is the reason behind why we all are here today. Sir, how can I forget your presentation skill classes? Every critique and bit of praise from you meant a lot and helped me reach here today with confidence. On our orientation day, Professor J. Phillips spoke about how 2 years of devoted learning and hard work in this course would lead to a profound transformation in us. Today, as we stand here celebrating our achievements and graduating, I can confidently say that his words have rung true. Sir's unwavering enthusiasm has always been a source of motivation for us. We often find ourselves amazed at what drives him day in and day out. To be honest, sir, your passion sets a high bar for us, reminding us of the excitement and energy we should bring to everything we do. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our president, Professor Anil Philip, whose dedication and discipline have left an indelible mark on our academic journey. His strictness that kept us in line, but it was his funny taunts that brought laughter to our classrooms. Thank you, sir, for keeping us on our toes and entertained throughout our time here. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Chairman, Xime Kochi, Ambassador C.P. Ravindranathan, for his invaluable contribution towards the institution. Despite my father's numerous attempts to get me into reading since long, it took your CBE classes to make me realize its significance. Your teachings have been instrumental in shaping our understanding of current affairs. Thank you for the valuable lesson, sir. I would also like to thank our esteemed director, Reverend Father Roy Abraham, whose unwavering support has been a cornerstone of our journey. I also thank Dean Academics, Dr. Roshni James. She was probably the only faculty I was a tad scared to approach in the beginning. But let me tell you guys, her real-life examples during classes are like a magnet. We could sit there all day, hands folded and soaking in every single word. Thanks a ton for guiding us, ma'am. The placement committee. You all deserve heartfelt gratitude for your tireless efforts in securing placements for our batch. And a big thanks to all our parents for constantly supporting and patiently listening us vent about our not-so-good moments in college. Your sacrifices, encouragement, and boundless love have been the driving force behind our success today. I also thank Lakshman sir and team for all the technical support. And let us not forget the people who made sure that we had a safe and comfortable stay, the non-teaching staffs, akkas, canteen bhaiyas, and security bhaiyas. As I look around this auditorium filled with familiar faces and cherished memories, I can't help but feel a sense of pride and gratitude. We have weathered the storms of deadlines, the highs of achievements, and the lows of setbacks together. We have laughed, cried, and celebrated milestones, both big and small, knowing that each step brought us closer to this day. A huge round of applause and heartfelt congratulations to PGDM Batch 28 and PGDM Business Analytics Batch 2 for making it to this day. I still remember the day I got that confirmation email from Xime. I literally jumped out of my chair with excitement, totally pumped in to dive into this new adventure. Before our batch walked into this institution, we were a mix of nerves and excitement, wondering what lay ahead. We had all these questions buzzing in our heads. Would we make friends? Could we handle the workload? What would we learn? Etc., etc. And fast forward to today. Wow, what a ride it has been. During the 2 years of this course, the academic pressure often made us long to run out of these corridors, and here we are on the brink of bidding farewell to these very walls that once felt confining. Now, as we stand on the threshold of graduation, we find ourselves wishing for just a little more moment within these corridors, surrounded by friends who have now become a family. So, to the days that taught us patience and perseverance, to the books that opened our minds and hearts, and to the journey that brought us to this moment, let us raise a toast. Here's to looking back with a smile, to laughing at our past selves, and to embracing the bittersweet nostalgia that accomplished the end of a beautiful chapter. Words truly fall short in expressing our gratitude towards Xime for opening doors to incredible opportunities like SUPA and summer internships that allowed us to explore different cities. SUPA at Xime was inspired by Maria's vision, which fosters a culture of social awareness, community collaboration, and continuous learning, driving positive change in society. These experiences were not only enriching, but also incredibly fun and memorable. And how can we forget the international study tour organized by our college to Malaysia and the student exchange program to France? I'm sure every one of us carries a bag full of cherished memories, from the bustling streets of Kuala Lumpur to the charming alleys of Paris. Through the challenges and my experiences in these 2 years, I now see the world as a school where obstacles often serve as our greatest teachers. And the secret to be happy amidst all of this is that you have to give back. As mentioned by our chief guest, to move forward, you have to give back, and this is woven into the very fabric of this institute. We have traveled from organizing multiple fests and competitions to winning most of them. These 2 years went by with us attending hectic 9-to-5 classes, 40 pages long HDR articles, presentations, speaker sessions, quizzes, exams, club meetings, tournaments, and still making time to celebrate every festival. The struggle was definitely real, but so were the laughs and the memories. The club parties at the fire station, to birthday celebrations in Kormangla, and still returning to the hostel at exact 9:30 p.m., this was us balancing responsibilities and fun like pros. Indeed, every hour spent here was a happy hour. And guys, guess the place where all of us found solace after the hectic classes, where every problem seemed to find its answer over a cup of tea. Calling our friends and asking, back market chale kya, was the ultimate solution to all the problems here. 2 years back on our orientation day, a senior of ours stood right here sharing her college stories, which gave us both a rush of fear and excitement. Now, as we pass on the baton to our junior batch, we just want to say, good luck guys, get ready for the ride of your lives. It's going to be tough, but epic. We thank you for this day and all the memories we have made in the past 1 year. And let me ensure you that now, as we enter the illustrious Xime Alumni Association, we all are here for you, just a call away. Today, when I walk down the stage as a fresh graduate, I'll remember Chairman Sir's ever-smiling face and his gesture when we wish him a good morning. I'll remember Anil Sir's amazing marketing classes and him passing funny comments in Hindi that would crack us all up. I'll remember early morning agile classes where we managed to eat those idlis and vadas and still making it on time at 7:30 a.m. I won't remember what Karl Marx said about economy in the year 1848, to be honest, but I would certainly remember the snapping of fingers to gain back our attention in every economic class. I would remember students negotiating, "Sir, 6:30 a.m. is too early for the exam," to which the reply would be, "Oh, it's correct. Let us have the exam at 6:31 a.m. And I'll also remember being told, "Friends, I might not be watching, but the camera is watching." And also you have half an hour left, which is 1,800 seconds in the examination hall. A big thanks to all the faculties whose dedication and guidance have made our academic journey not just enriching, but memorable. Now, flashback to the moment when I found myself nestled in a quiet corner at home, deeply contemplating my life's direction, staring at my laptop screen. With a long-standing desire to pursue a PGDM and a curiosity about the vibrant city of Bangalore, I set out on a journey that brought me to this esteemed institution. As I say goodbye to this chapter, I'll cherish the gossips we had with our faculties in between the classes, the smiles we all managed during the hectic placement season. I'll remember how we used to run for classes to be there just on time, our late night study sessions, the endless cups of coffees, the friendships that have become a family now. Each challenge we faced, whether in academics or life, has been a stepping stone towards this very moment. And as we step into the world beyond these walls, let us carry with us not just the knowledge gained, but also the resilience, friendships, and cherished memories that have shaped us into the individuals we are today. Let us also remember that we carry a huge responsibility, that is, to carry forward the legacy of this institute. With a treasury of cherished memories filled with growth, laughter, and learning, this is Ashwati Nambiar on behalf of Batch 28 and PGDM Business Analytics Batch 2 signing off with gratitude and anticipation for the exciting adventures. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwati. You spoke from your heart, impressing all the graduates and community present here. May I request the gathering to rise for the national anthem.
May I now request the chairman, Xime Bangalore, to declare the 28th convocation closed. I request to remain standing till the convocation procession leaves the hall. I request the audience to remain standing until the convocation procession leaves the hall. lawns of the